Hello there, everybody. This is Associate Commissioner at the Mountain East Conference, Adam Zundel. Thanks for watching this. We are joined right now by Notre Dame College's Tom Owens and Associate Head Coach Carl Nowen. Thanks, guys, for being with us here today.
No problem.
All right, Tom, first for you, if you could talk a little bit about the season to date. A big win yesterday, obviously, but unbeaten so far. Talk about the season as a whole through 5 games for you all.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect start for us. It's the start that we wanted. 5 games, 5 wins so far. We're scoring goals, not conceding too many. So pretty much a perfect start, really.
How has the national rankings and attention affected you guys at all? Have you embraced that ranking, or have you paid little attention to it?
I mean, obviously it's nice to be ranked and recognised for all the hard work that we're putting in and the results that we're getting. But at the end of the day, the rank at the end of the season is what's really important. So the rank right now is pretty irrelevant to where we want to be. So hopefully we can keep going up the rankings, and then at the end of the season we can be where we want to be, which is at the very top.
Coach Nolan, that's probably got to be music to your ears. How have you maybe tried to manage along with those kinds of rankings?
It's just the exact same way that Tom's explained it. We've been here before in a different affiliation, and we've just tried to make sure it's flattering, but it can't be a distraction. The most important ranking is the one in December, and that's what tells you if you are as good as you say you are, or people think you are. There's a lot of guesswork being done at the moment. We take it as flattering, a pat on the back, but it's December. That's the one that counts. So we just keep plugging away. We've got work to do because we're fourth. There's 3 teams ahead of us. So that's what we're going to keep working towards.
Tom, tell me a little bit about the team's attitude and team chemistry. It still is very early in the season, but how have you guys kind of come together? Obviously, a lot of you played together last year, and this has kind of been building a little bit. So tell me a little bit about the team chemistry.
Yeah, I think team chemistry is really important, and at the start of the season, sometimes it takes a little while for guys to get together and the new guys to start gelling. And I think the faster they start gelling, I think the better it is for the team. And it showed that we gelled pretty quick this season, and all the results reflect that. So hopefully we can continue that into the season and get the results we need in the upcoming games.
Coach Nolan, you guys have faced 3 ranked opponents. Can you take us through a couple of those games and tell me how you approached those and why you were successful in those particular contests?
When we started setting the schedule up, we knew there was a risk in putting it together the way it was early, but we trusted the recruitment that we put together and the returning players. Mercyhurst and Gannon were always going to be very tough games because there was no building. You've got pre-season games, and then we're throwing them straight into the arena with 2 ranked teams. We did our homework on the teams. We scouted them. We made sure that we've got detailed information over to the players and prepped them as much as we could. Pre-season have been productive. I think we have a little bit more emphasis on the competitive side of our games this pre-season. It was less experimenting and more about the result in pre-season. So that was the first 2. And then Charleston, it was a huge battle last year. It was more of a tactical one. I think it was again yesterday. So we kind of knew what was coming with Charleston. They're very well coached. We've got a great set of players. And there's little tweaks that we had to do to how we play. I think the second half, I think the guys were magnificent in what we asked them to do. So we just did homework and made sure the guys were as prepped as they could be and as ready to go.
Tell us a little bit for those that haven't seen you guys play. And when you go into a game, it's not necessarily about what the other team does and scouting reports and things like that, but doing what you do. So what are those things that Notre Dame College does? What's the way that you guys like?
I think we keep the ball very well. I wouldn't say we're not direct. I think a lot of teams get labelled direct in college soccer because of the standard of athletes in the NCAA. I'd say we keep the ball very well. We counter-attack very quickly. We go from defending to attack quickly through combinations. We use a lot of width. And we're very comfortable on the ball, and I think that's sort of a result of what we do in practice. We tend to do a lot of pattern work and possession work when we can, and try to be inventive around the goal. We created a few different opportunities yesterday, from wide and down the centre. So I think we're fun to watch. I think we're certainly a fun set of guys to coach.
Tom, tell me a little bit about the atmosphere playing on your on-campus facility against Charleston. Now, a very important Mountain East Conference game. Tell me a little bit about the atmosphere and how much fun it was playing yesterday.
Yeah, it's cool. I actually didn't play yesterday. I've got an injury, so I've been out of the field for a while now. But obviously just the on campus, with practice and especially playing games here, getting supporters out and all the fans, a little bit more fans coming this year, so they're really big for us, and it's just a lot better environment playing on campus, and yeah, it's great, really. It's amazing.
All right, and Coach, last one for you. Tell me a little bit about going forward. It's a long season with a lot of games, but it's a short season in amount of time. So tell me about the approach and trying to get things going here and get to November. And obviously, you guys have very high goals for the year.
It's kind of cliche time. We say that in the locker room. A lot of cliches hang around because they're true, and it's one game at a time. And we've been here before in different affiliations, and we were here last year. We just have to take one game at a time. I mean, that's what it is. Whatever the opposition is, you have to beat them, and then you move on. Our first aim is to hopefully compete and win the MEC for the first time. Take care of all the teams that we've set up out of the conference. And then roll into playoffs and hopefully beyond. We don't get too caught up in looking too far forward. We set goals, we talk about things, but we're very realistic. If you make some mistakes, you can shorten the season by looking over the shoulders of future opponents. So we just focus one game at a time and make sure we prepare as best we can for it, and not get too caught up with who's coming down the path. We just worry about the next 90 minutes.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me here today. Congratulations on the great start to the season, and keep it up the rest of the way.
Thank you.